Good morning, second period students. I am making a video of our class today because we have so many out who are sick or for whatever purpose they're out. I wanted to make sure that they could also participate in our class discussions. So you are being recorded today. If you don't want your image on video, don't cross in front of it. If you don't want your voice on there, then keep it zipped. I do want you to participate. It's important that your classmates are able to hear our discussion even though they're not here, because something you say or a question you ask could make a huge difference in their learning. Okay, over there where the learning target is. Your learning target today, we are dealing with chapter 6, section 2. I can solve system of equations using substitution. I accidentally erased the I just a second ago. So I can solve a system of equations using substitution. Okay, I'm not going to be pausing the video because when I pause the video, I'm not that good with uploading stuff to YouTube yet. So it messes me up when I try to pause the video. So we're going to record straight through, no cuts, no edits. No nutting, honey, okay? Now, yesterday, we looked at solving a system of equations by graphing. And we had two calling card companies, Company A and calling card B. What were the equations for those two calling cards? And?
Y equals 6x plus 10.
6x plus 10? Okay, my question to you is, what if you had not had a graphing device yesterday? How would you have gone about solving this? That brings us to our discussion today of substitution. Now, we had an answer yesterday, too. What was the answer that we had? Hmm? 5 and 40. Now, what did that answer mean for the problem? That's where the lines intersected. But what did the answer mean? 5 represents what? The minutes. 5 represented the minutes, and 40 was the number of cents that it cost after 5 minutes. And that's where both companies were charging the same amount. After 5 minutes, both companies were charging the same amount. Now, on the graph, we can also tell that if you were going to go with calling card company A, then you'd be better off taking that card if you were going to be talking under 5 minutes, because they gave you a better rate for under 5 minutes. But anything over 5 minutes, to the best of my memory, I believe that we said calling card B would be your better offer. Okay. Now, there's this thing, well, first I want you to think back. About a week, 2 weeks ago, in a worksheet that you had, it was solving systems of equations or working your way into it. And we were looking at companies who were selling folders. And we were trying to figure out at which point, or what was the cost and the number of folders at which the companies were charging the same. I want y'all to think back to that activity that we did. How did we solve that? Come on. First period did this to me too. They were camera shy. Y'all, come on, participate. Don't let me hang. We had them in the form y equals. What did we do? We solved it. How did we solve it? Yeah, but how did we figure out the point at which they intersected? Something about the way we set those equations up. We didn't use a graphing calculator. Yeah, go ahead, tell me. No, you're just stretching. All right.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's right there, but that I want you to tell me. All right, we've got one of these equations says y equals 2x plus 30. The other equation says y equals 6x plus 10. That means if y equals this and y equals this, then I can substitute what? I can substitute this amount for this y. Okay? 6x plus 10 equals 2x plus 30. Now how do I solve that? Come on, y'all. Give me some talk. Give me some feedback. What do I got to do?
Subtract 10.
Okay. That's a good start. 10's gone here. Now what?
Subtract 2x.
Six x minus 2x is?
4x.
Then what?
Divide both sides by 4.
And x equals,
5.
well, is that half of the answer that we got yesterday? Yeah. Okay, so today we're getting the same answer so far. So what do you suppose I need to do now that I know x equals 5? What do you suppose I need to do to figure out what y equals? Replace x with 5. Which equation? Does it matter? It doesn't. It's like Burger King. You can have it your way. Pick out the equation that you want. Y equals which one?
Huh?
Which equation are we going to use?
Doesn't matter.
Y equals 2x plus 30. Okay, now what we said we're going to do is we're going to take this that we solved for y. We said, we solved for x. We said x equals 5. We're going to come up here and we're going to replace x, substitute x with 5. And what am I going to get?
40.
How do I get 40? And that is? Good. So I get the same answer that I did yesterday, right? Okay, now this works for our calling card company. If I don't have a graphing calculator, this is the method that I'm going to use. This is one of the methods I can use, and this is called substitution. Okay? Let me give you a second or two to write down the information. Make sure you've got your notes. I'm going to come back here and zoom it in for our sick people at home. It's pretty good. Sound like somebody is having some problems in the hall. If y'all could not hear that at home, it sounded like a dying calf in a hailstorm. Y'all, can you imagine when I upload this to YouTube, if people from other places in the country pull this up and they're going to say, what is that math teacher talking about?
They're gonna hear that and be like, what the heck?
She's making fun of us.
Famously.
All right. Now you've seen, there goes my second period class. Now y'all hear this is what they're always like. All right. So you've seen how the substitution property works for a real world problem, like the calling card problem from yesterday. Now I'm going to give you a little bit more abstract concept, and I want you to use substitution to solve this problem. Give that a try. Think on it. If you're not quite sure what to do, think about what questions you need to ask. Some of you are thinking harder than others. Hold on. Alright, so what do you think we're going to do with this? What do you think we're going to do with this problem?
Solve it.
Yes. Very good. Elementary, my dear Watson. Alright, so what do I do? How do I go about solving it? Think, substitution. Have I got something I can substitute? Do I know what x or y equals? Yes.
Does the 2 not equal the y?
Does the 2 not equal the y? Not quite. Something else equals y. What? Look at them. Yes. Negative 4x plus 12 equals y. So I can take this right here. I can take this right here and I can replace y. Substitution. And I can say 2x plus negative 4x plus 12 equals 2. This one's a little different, right? Now I'm going to clean this up because this set of parentheses here, I don't really need them. I just used it so I could plug in a value for y.
It's equal to 2.
You were.
It's equals to.
Hey, Allie.
Oh, thank you. Questions about anything I've done so far? Everybody see where we are, what I did? You're looking at me like, we good? Okay. Now what? I substituted, now what?
You
Solve it.
How?
You
subtract
subtract 12.
Okay,
That's subtract.
I can do that. Ain't nothing says I can't. 2 minus 12 is what?
Negative 10.
Now what?
I'm sorry.
You're thinking out loud, and I like what you're thinking.
You subtract 2x and 4x.
And what do you get? Negative 2x. Those of you who said 2x, check your sign rules. Now what do I do? Divide by negative 2. And I get x equals,
5.
Negative.
yay. Are we done? Yeah, we gotta find y. Okay, so we know we have half our answer. We know that x equals 5. How do I figure out what y equals?
Y equals negative 4
Times 5, okay.
plus 12.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like that.
Multiply 5 and then
Negative what? What? Negative 8.
I did the other one. Oh, I'll say that.
Okay, now even if you did the other one, you should still end up with this. Okay? Again, it's your choice. You know that x equals 5. Choose one of these equations to substitute the value 5 in place of x. Substitution property. Substitution method of solving a system of equations. Okay? So use what you just solved, plug it into either one. Doesn't make any difference. Solve it. You got the rest of the story. And you've got your answer. Okay? Questions, comments, anything you want to add? Yes, ma'am.
I'm confused.
Tell me where.
Up there.
Up here?
Yeah.
Okay, I took this equation. Y equals negative 4x plus 12. Okay? The first equation that I had. And I substituted 5 in place of x. I can do that. Since I solved for x by substitution, I can solve for y by substitution. Take this equation, replace x with 5, work it out using my order of operations, and get my answer y equals negative 8. Better?
Where did you get the, like at the very top of the board?
This?
Yeah.
This 5 came from right here,
Oh,
where we solved. Yeah.
that's what I was talking about.
Okay. This is the solution. Just hand them to Katie Beth. She'll hand them to me in just a minute. Thank you so much. This is the point at which these two lines would intersect. Like our calling card problem from yesterday. Where the lines intersected was the solution of the equation. This is where the lines would intersect. I don't have to worry about graphing. This is the point where these two lines would intersect.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Really?
Wow.
Whoa.
Is it? I feel like that is easier than doing it on a calculator.
Me too.
I
really like substitution method myself. In the next day or so, we're going to be talking about elimination, which it's another method I think is just as easy. This to me is easier than figuring out how to do it on the graphing calculator, and this might be less time consuming. Either way, you have two options at this point, and you're going to be getting another option on how to solve a system of equations. Okay.
So far, I like that one.
I like this. I like this. It's fun. It's like putting together a puzzle piece.
Is that what we're
You're going to get good at them now, sister.
I'm awful at puzzles. I hate puzzles.
So it's like, is this all, like, are we only gonna focus on that?
This is what we're focusing on today. We're focusing only on this today, and we're going to revisit it tomorrow for a couple of other reasons. But today, we're going to visit just on solving by substitution. All right, I'm going to give you one that's just a tiny bit harder.
Mom and
Just a
Caitlin.
tiny bit harder. All right, are y'all getting this one down?
Okay, you're good.
I know what x equals.
What does x equal?
Oh no, I was just kidding. I lied.
You can figure out what x equals. You're on to something.
You have to
I know what
y
y
equals.
You know what y equals?
Why?
I don't know which
is
one.
solve the first equation to get.
What?
You have to solve the first equation to get.
But it's
Yeah.
What x equals.
Yeah, we can solve this first equation. Solve this first equation for what x equals.
We're tagging.
And guess what that is, people? A literal equation. What have I been slapping y'all with all year long? It's Bill's right. Literal equations. That's why I've been doing this. I have beat y'all half to death. I'm giving y'all so many literal equations you could choke a horse, or 2, or 3, or 4.
maybe 10,000.
All on the planet.
It's an obsession. Alright, so let's go with x minus 2y equals negative 3. How do I solve this for x, ladies and gents?
You add to
Add 2y. Okay, then I got x equals 2y minus 3. I'm waiting. Substitution. Think substitution. What can I substitute? How can I substitute?
You sub the y.
You could put
Or no, wait,
I really want 2 times 3, but I don't think.
So you can do what? You're right.
Yes,
3 times 2y minus 3 plus 5.
There you go. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. What I just solved x for. The amount that I just solved x for. And I'm going to replace it in that second equation. So I will have 3 times the quantity 2y minus 3 plus 5y equals 24. What property do I need to use now?
Distributive property.
Yes, distributive property.
Hannah's
Where
smart.
this is you and you're going in the house and hugging people.
Hugging everybody in the house.
Yes. Not literally though. Stop it. Okay, so how do I hug people in the house? Multiply how?
3 times 2y would equal 6y.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, so I've distributed. Now what? Add 9. I can do that. Fine with me. So now what?
3y plus 5y.
What is 6y plus 5y?
Oh,
11y.
6y.
11y equals?
33. You divide that out, which is 3.
Y equals 3. So the rest of the story here. Oh, do I have the rest of the story? No. I only have half of my ordered pair. Okay?
Whoa.
This time, I know that y is 3. How am I going to figure out what x is?
What am I doing? Substitute.
X equals 2 what?
X equals 2
Uh-huh.
times 3.
Okay. X equals?
Equals.
Uh-huh.
Equals. Oh, no.
X equals 3, that's 3.
Ding, 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 ding,
Oh
ding.
my goodness.
Whoa.
So it would be 3 equals 3.
Not 3. 3 does equal 3.
Not 3 equals 3.
But our ordered pair is what?
3, 3.
And what does that ordered pair mean?
That's where they cross.
That's the
Intersection.
intersection of the line. That is the solution for the system of equations. Well, y'all are smart every day. Some days you just show it more than others. Y'all really did good today.
I'm the queen of the world.
I'm queen of the world.
And it can be queen of the universe.
I'm queen of the math class in this room.
I am queen of the universe since I'm always queen of the world.
Okay,
I'm queen.
now here's what I want you to do. I asked you to bring your algebra books all this week. If you don't have them, I'm going to project the problems up. I've also already posted a picture of the problems on Facebook. I want you to turn in your textbooks to page 347. Page
Oh my goodness, that's such a bad day.
347. And I only want you to try 6 problems because I want to make sure you understand what's going on. And those 6 problems are 8 through 13. Okay. This will kind of give me a snapshot. This will give me a snapshot and give me an idea if you understand these problems. Now, in just a minute, I'm going to project the problems for you. Those of you at home, please be sure if you don't understand this video, you've got the option to watch first period video. And we hope you're well and back with us soon. See you in class.
Get well, Brady.
I thought she was talking to us.
Good luck, Jenny, I love you.
Jenny, get better.
We're so sick.